Good afternoon, guys. I'm WUSA Season 4, Episode 54, and today's going to be different. Today, I'm going to be going on a trip that's different than I've ever done before. I'm going to be hitting one casino in one direction, and then a casino in a whole different direction, and then going another whole different direction for the other casinos of the day. So in other words, my house is in the middle. I'm going to go one direction, like north, south, east, or west, and then a different direction from my house, and then a third direction from my house. I think that's going to work out. It's something I've never done before, but I think timing-wise, it'll make things line up a little bit better for me, so I have a better opportunity to make money. Now, I think I've been averaging about between 800 and 1,000 on these Sunday nights. I'm hoping that this will increase it to 1,500 or 2,000, but who knows? I'm just trying to look for the most opportunity. I'm moving away from the casinos where all these Chinese people have been lately, although I may hit one today that may have some, even though I have free play at all those casinos. Not much, but like 50 or 40 or 60, something like that. But I'm just going to stop going there completely for now, just to have an opportunity to make money. So right now it is 55 degrees outside, 2 in the afternoon on Sunday. Actually, yeah, I must have changed the time this morning. Yeah, I did. So 2 in the afternoon, and we're just heading out. We're going to hit one place first. As I'm heading over there, I'm going to double check my plan just to make sure I'm as efficient as possible for the rest of the trip. If it doesn't work out, then plans will go back to like a normal Sunday, one direction or another. But I'm going to try this mixture one time and see how it works out. So that's what's going on right now. I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, and that was long, but entertaining. That's, I think, the best way to put it. So I walk in, it is packed. First, I can't find a parking spot. I'm actually in the furthest row from the door. So I'm as far as you can be. I park, I'm good. It's a nice day out, man. It's sunny, it's nice temperature outside. I'm cool with all that. So I'm walking in, I go in, I start looking. I'm not expecting to find much, and luckily for me, I'm not disappointed. I don't find much. And one big theme today was all the good machines are disappearing, and they're disappearing fast. A lot of machines are disappearing. So I need to take an inventory. Actually, I haven't done that in a few years, but kind of see how many are left here. It's actually pretty depressing how bad it is. So walk in, I'm looking around, and finally I go to the far reaches of the casino, and I see one machine. I sit down, play that one. I think I win $33 if I remember right on that one. I'm good. And while I'm sitting there, I see another one, and this lady's sitting on it, and she's pretty much out of money, and it's in a great position, and you never find it in position because too many people know about it, and it takes too much money to get it there, and it's just rarely there. And I mean, you can't take it early because it's just not a great machine. Even when it's in position, you don't win that much. She runs out of money, puts more in, runs out of money, puts more in, 5 or 6 times. So now I'm camping out at 2 different machines watching this just to see what happens. So I'm on to her left, and then I'll like walk around and then sit on the right side. I'll be like a couple aisles over where I can see what's going on. But if she looks at me, I'm facing a machine, and my face happens to be facing her. So it looks like I'm just playing. I'm not, any threat to anybody or anything. So at one point, I'm sitting there, and this guy I know walks by, and he looks at the machine next to me, and then he walks by and starts staring at her machine. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, and then like 5 minutes later, he comes back around, and he's like, no, I saw you, I was just messing around. I'm like, you know what? In fact, you can have it because it's not worth my time right now to wait for it. So if you want it, it's yours. And then later on, when I came back, it was already gone. So one of them got it. Anyway, I go around to the other side of the casino, and I'm looking there, and there's a bunch of stuff in range, but the people are playing it super slow, and they have just enough money that it's like I'm not waiting around for it. But I ended up coming back 3 times, and they were still playing it. When I came back, finally, the plays were both gone, so multiple plays. So then I come back around the side. I'm heading back toward the front to wrap it up. I find a small play, and I actually did okay. I made like 40 bucks on that one. And then finally, when I was done, I got my free gift that they were giving away, which will be in the other city that I'm going to visit today in a different state. But it'll be there this week sometime, not today. And I decided just to take one more look at 3 machines that were next to each other that were all taken. And as I was walking up, one of them just ran out of money. And I check all the different levels, and I find a play at $3. I spin, I play that one, and have a decent success on that one. And I ended up buying in for a total of $100, cashing out for $356 for a profit of plus $256. So plus $256 there. And right now we're going to go to another casino, which I have visited on a Sunday, but then from there I have never been from this second casino to the third casino, because in a whole different area, a whole different region, and totally different, but I wanted to hit them this way to see what happens. So right now we're heading off to the next casino. It's about a 70-mile trip, and then the one after that I believe will be 120 miles, and then it'll be around 70 again, and there'll be a couple of them there, and then we'll see what time it is and figure out what to do from there. So that's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, we should do this section as a section, but you know, who knows how long I'm gonna do it, so I'll just throw it in here. I'm excited to tell you that I am down over 5% of my body weight. So since I started this diet, 5% in I think a month. I'm not positive, but I think that's pretty good. I'm very happy. I've done this diet for a year before and been down like 11%. So to be down this much is a lot to me. So I'm very proud of that. Actually, maybe I've gone like 15% in a year, but to be down 5% in a month is pretty good. So just continuing on my trip here. It's 59 degrees, just a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, nice sun, just very nice day. So in fact, I've got a moonroof on this car. I might just open this thing up and see what it's like for a minute. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So let me tell you what happened here. I go into this place and look around. It's very busy, but there's not a lot of plays. There's a lot of other people here checking, and I see this girl Mei Ling also checking, and I'm like, yeah, you know, there's not going to be anything here. I do find one play. I play that one through and make like $80 or so, 85, and then that's all I really found for a long time. And then I find another play, incredible play. I get skunked on that. I end up getting paid nothing on it by the time it was over, and that was pretty devastating. That took me from being up like 85 to being like around even or so, and this is on like a minimum bet. It's not even like a big bet. And then I found one other play and played that one through, and that got me to where I was ahead $66. So I was in for a total of 120, out for 186 with a profit of $66, and decided to get some food, got some chips, got some drinks, things like that, and I'm on my way. And right now the back seat of my car has got about 40 drinks and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm not going to go hungry, especially the way I've been eating lately. However, here's where I got to make a decision. Right now, so on my way to this casino, I thought, what if we just made this like a super long trip? Just went for it. Got home whenever we get home. Come up with an excuse if you have to, and skip work if you have to. And I started mapping out, what if I go to this state and this state and this state, and what would happen? How long is it going to take to get there? And how much do I expect to make and stuff like that? And I kept going back and forth. And I can say for sure I am not going to one state because it doesn't make enough sense. So that's okay, and especially since I'm going to be going there later in the week anyway. So I pulled that one out, and that was like 5 extra hours added onto my trip. Now, the new trip I have in here, just drive time, not including stopping at each place, just going to each area, like going to, for example, it's not, but let's say going to Phoenix, but not going to these 5 casinos, just going to that town and moving on. Right now I have a round trip of about 9.5 hours from where I am to getting to the last casino. So I'm thinking about that. However, I can cut out a good casino and replace it with an okay casino and save 2 hours. But do I want to do that? So right now I'm considering it. I've got about 40 miles to make a decision before the road splits, and I have to figure it out for sure. I'm really not positive. Is it going to be worth it? This is a place where they have a lot of excellent games, but they're very watchful, and like car licenses are definitely monitored in this place. Facial recognition definitely at this place, and they go overboard. And the issue I have, the reason I'm hesitating is not because of that, but because I was recently there. So I'm thinking, do I really want to do it that close to the last time? I believe the last time was during the week. This is a weekend, but you don't know how these people work. So some of them work like Tuesday to Saturday, they work Wednesday to whatever, Monday or something, Sunday, I don't know. So they work these weird shifts. So you don't know if you're going to get the same people you did last time. And as far as slot games, good luck. You're not going to find much. They got 1 million games, but they got a person watching every game. So that's not going to get me anywhere. So the potential is at a blackjack table, and how much am I really going to take without being too suspicious? So that's what I'm thinking right now. Do I want to just save the couple hours and not stress about it right now, save it for another day, or what do I want to do? So plus actually, you know what, I may have made a mistake already. Maybe I should have gone to the one state that I canceled on, because if I end up going to Chicago this week, it could be 2 or 3 days, and I may not get a chance to visit this place, and I really wanted to this week. Well, that's gone now. It's already like 25 miles behind me, so I'm not gonna lose an hour heading back to where I started. So I'm going to continue on in this direction. Got about 30 something miles to figure out what I want to do, and yeah, I'll let you know. So I'm leaning toward the safer route, the less money, but I'm not positive. So alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, as I am continuing my trip, I am about 45 minutes away from our next casino. Gonna stop and get fuel. I've got 10-mile range, and I've got about 8 miles to the gas station I want to go to. So we're gonna do that, and then should get to the next casino right around dark. It is nice for it to be this late and still have full light outside, so that's good. But I know that I'm going to be a little bit tired today. Yesterday I didn't go to sleep till 2 a.m. I was working on some projects, which is really 3 a.m. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt me. But just continuing on right now, about 45 more minutes, and I'll be back with some results from the next stop. All right, guys, just leaving this place. I was in there for like an hour and a half. So this place has blackjack, but I don't play blackjack here anymore. They got a little too sensitive, and so I backed off of that. But I'm not saying I never will again, but for now I'm not. So I'm trying to remember now, back to the beginning, because it was so long ago. I walk in, I'm looking at stuff, I start seeing everybody in here, including some new people that I'd never seen before. And one of them was basically like right behind me everywhere I went, and he finally passed me at the end and finished up the last couple machines. But I found one machine at the beginning of my search. I was getting ready to sit down at one and check it, and this couple got up and they moved from another machine to that one, so I ended up sitting on theirs. Well, I found a play there at $3 a spin, and it was an incredible play, and it dragged on and on and on and on, and I actually thought I was down 288. I was actually down 188 on that one. So I'm starting off grumpy, looking around. I start seeing more people I know. In fact, later on, when I was checking one machine, this lady that looked like nobody, she came by because we were going to split a play, and she was the wife of one of the guys. She knew what she was doing. She looked like nobody. But anyway, so let's talk about that play. I go into the high limit area, and there's a lady there. She's just staring at this machine, and she knows what she's doing. Not everything, but she's got a basic idea. And so I looked and I said, that's, pretty borderline. What are you going to do? And she said, well, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I said, well, would you want to split it? And she said, well, maybe. Let me ask this guy. I said, okay. So I go to the bathroom, come back, and she's like, yeah, he wants to split it, but I would only do it if you guys want to do it 3 ways. I'm like, 3 ways, $10. Okay. I guess we'll do it. So start off, we each put a $100 bill in this machine, and these guys are, they're just like ordinary people that know stuff. So they're like, okay, each of us will spin it this many times. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we each spun it through, and we lost the 300, right? So the lady said, well, I'm out. I'm not playing anymore. We said, okay. So we each put another 100 in there, and we ended up breaking even on that second 100, so we all ended up basically losing $100. So now I'm down, whatever, 288. I go to this machine, and it's pretty good, but it's a machine I've been backing off lately because it's been so difficult to win. I decided to go ahead and do the play. Well, when I sat down, I was down, like I said, 288. I had 300 total invested. I invested 400 more in that machine before it finally hit, but it did have a decent payout. It took forever before it hit, but the payout was nice. And really, that was the last play. I mean, I'd love to give you more details, but that would expose what the game was. But I mean, it just took forever. And after that play was over, I ended up leaving. Now I'm thinking maybe I got that number wrong. Luckily, I take pictures. No, I didn't get it wrong. I ended up leaving ahead $229. So, plus $229 there. And I guess so far so good. We haven't played any blackjack. Let's go play some blackjack now. So we're going to go to a casino that has blackjack, and I'm allowed to play, and there's no issues. And we'll see what happens. It's pitch black outside. So I'm actually glad I didn't go to the further casino. That was an option, because with me being already tired, the soonest I could see myself getting home, if I only spent an hour at each spot, was going to be like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m., and that would have been really pushing it. If I got caught up on anything, then I would have had to skip the day of work. So, all right. Right now, we're going to continue on to the next casino, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys. Here I am. I'm back. So I go into that casino. It is very crowded. A friend of mine is in there. I'm looking around at slots and stuff. I play a couple slots. I'm down like, I don't know how much, less than $20, maybe like, actually I think it was $19 or $21, something like that. And then I find a table to play. I play that for a while until I had a severe negative count. I'm playing low limit anyway, and ended up walking away from that table. I was ahead 325. Played another table for a little while till that one went very negative. Got up from that one, plus 125. So, you know, it's kind of cool to play the lower limit stuff. Obviously, higher limit's a lot more adrenaline, and you gotta be super careful, no matter what level, but especially high limit. And so I ended up ahead like 450 on the blackjack, and then I played one high limit slot, and ended up losing a little bit on that one. And really, that was it. I ended my session ahead 450 on the blackjack and minus 122 on the slots. So made about $325 at that stop. So not bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost $900 so far today. We still have some stops to make, so we'll see what happens. So heading out to the next casino. Gonna play some slots primarily, although they're probably going to be cleaned out, so I'll try to find a decent blackjack table to play. So yeah, that's where we are. We're in a bigger city right now. All the homeless people everywhere in the street, and it's late. The traffic there's a lot of traffic here right now. So everybody is out enjoying their Sunday before they go back to work tomorrow. So that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, news flash. I just got a call from my friend that I was talking about, and I need to find a place to park that's kind of far away. So he's going to meet me over here at this next casino, and yeah, there's a good spot. I'm looking for an out-of-the-way spot to park because we're going to hang out at this casino for a little while, but then, you won't believe this, we're going to go to the casino I decided not to go to today. So that's kind of funny, but there are a lot of opportunities there, so I think it's not a terrible idea to go there, and usually he will drive when we go there, so that's good too. I'll get a little bit of rest in the car because it's going to be a long night. So yeah, everything is cool right now. I am parking my car as far away from everybody as possible, and I'm going to go in here and do what I said, try to hit some blackjack, try to hit some slots, and then he and I are going to be leaving, and I'll be back to update you, let you know how things are going. All right, guys, I am back. So we went into this place, and it was actually pretty quiet because, I mean, this place is enormous. It was late Sunday night, and the thing I didn't realize was how long it had been since we left. I mean, I know how far it is to here from the city we came from, but I lost track of time, so I cannot make it to work on time. So here in a little while, I will send a message to my boss with an excuse and use a sick day or something like that, and or a half day or something, and we'll figure that out. So walked around, looked at a lot of slots, and really, I mean, not many plays. Everything that I played was small time plays. Overall, I don't know, played 5 or 6 different things and ended the session ahead $50. And then I went to play some double-deck blackjack, and there was a table open. There were 2 people on it. One of them got up, I go sit down, and they tell me that they're about to change the cards. So I leave, walk around for a while, come back, and it's just the one guy that's there. And this guy's like, he's not even hiding anything. He's like, look, 14 cards without a face card. Make sure you bet big on this hand. I'm like, are you crazy? And then we had a high count. It was like a running 9 with like 3/4 of a deck to go. And I got a hand that was 5 2s and a 7. On an 8 deck, I got 5, on a double deck, I got 5 of the 8 2s in one hand on a double deck, and a 7, and the dealer had a 19. I lost that hand. That was one of the bigger ones. But then I ended up leaving because 2 more guys came, so now we had 4 people at the table, and I ended up leaving at the end of the shoe ahead $400. Yeah, $400. So plus 400 on the blackjack, plus 50 on the slots. We're heading back to the city we came from, and then from there figure out the rest of the night. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, while we were there, I just wanted to mention that a friend of mine is like, you see that guy over there? I'm like, yeah, what about him? Well, he's there for a reason. And so he asked me to go kind of check it out, and I walked up to the table, and it was full of younger guys. I think all of them had baseball caps on, and I don't know, you might have an idea as to why they would do that. And there was a dealer there, obviously, and then when the dealer was on break, they probably bet a little bit less, if that gives you any idea, until their talented dealer came back. So next Sunday, my friend's going to try to check it out again and see if that dealer is there, and maybe get in before the other guy and try to make a little bit of extra money. So got to keep your eyes open. I mean, in this case, it was kind of like you heard the story about what was the guy's name that beat Vegas and Atlantic City for a bunch of money. He was in horse racing first, and then he made all those deals with the blackjack, and he would be distracting him and stuff.
Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson. Just like that, when he saw Phil Ivey at a table playing baccarat, he's like, what's going on here? He's got some kind of an edge. It was the same deal. When my friend saw this guy at the table, he's like, something's going on. Go over there and check it out. And yeah, definitely, just like Don Johnson, something was going on. So that's where we are right now. We got a couple hour drive back to where we were, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, let's do some catching up. It's 6 a.m. now, continuing my trip. So, friend and I, obviously we went to Indian Casino. I played some double deck, did okay on that, and then continued on. We came back to the city that we left, and my car was in a parking garage at one of the casinos. I went into that casino and looked for some plays. I was in there for probably 35 minutes and couldn't find anything. I ended up maybe one play maybe, and ended that session ahead $6, right? $6. And then I drove like an hour and a half to the next casino, and I did do a live session and talked to people while I was driving, answered some questions and things like that. And after that, I went into a casino, started looking around. I got there about an hour and 15 minutes later than I would have liked, and a friend of mine was already in there checking machines, and I really found nothing. I ended up making one play and ended up ahead $9, and that's about it. So now, this is going to surprise you a little bit here, but let's talk about what did you eat today, MW. And I'm honestly thinking that I don't believe that I ate today, or yesterday. It's been, let me see, probably one, so that's 5, 7. It's been about, I think it's been about 17 hours since I had a meal. I had a candy bar, and I had a sugar-free energy drink. I had water, but I don't believe, I'm trying to think. No, I did not eat today. So, yeah, no food for me. And what did you tip today? What didn't you tip today, MW? And I didn't tip anything. So I tipped $0. I did have a dealer at the Indian Casino who said something like, well, just so you guys know, I'm at you guys' mercy because we make our money from your generosity. And at that point, there were 2 of us at the table, and another guy sat down, and it was looking like it was going to get busy, and I just decided to leave. So, he wants to talk to us like that and try to get us to give him money when we're losing. Does he refund money? I don't get it. So, I tipped him nothing. I tipped everyone else nothing, and I kept the money in my pocket, and that's about it. So right now I'm continuing my trip home. I'm going to get home after work starts. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn on my work computer, and I'm going to try to take a nap and try to move my mouse around. I think I know where my mouse jiggler is. Get that on there and try to take like a half-hour nap. And I sent a message at work that I was going to work from home in the morning, and so I'll do that, take a nap, and then go into work. Now, lunchtime, I will be going to a casino, and afternoon, I'll be hitting a casino. So hopefully, we make some good money with that. As far as our day today, how much did I make? I believe I made around $13.50 today. There were some other things I couldn't do, and I'm going to attempt to do those right now on my drive home, and I'll have more opportunities tomorrow. So, yeah, that's where we are right now, heading home, and I'll be back with you tomorrow. Good variance to all of you. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.